Once again, I am playing Star Traders Frontiers. From if you were with me last time, you've seen that we did the first part of the story missions here, and taking the Arbiter to the rival clans area to see the evidence against the Faen clan's daughter Valencia, who is being accused of destroying a big research facility. And so we just returned and delivered the news that they have a ton of evidence against her. Obviously, the Faen family is not very happy about this. So let's land back here again. This is one of our contacts here. We, I believe, got a mission from him. Which we did, yes. And here is the case here. The Arbiter has given us information that there are 6 years, well, just under 6 years now, in order to try and get this case to be overturned or something, in order to save Valencia from, well, probably certain death. What they're calling the Duel of the Assassins, where Star Traders and others are allowed to kill whoever they can get a death warrant for. We also have a mission to jump over to Rylene here in order to see the Arbiter and try and get her to try to help her bring together everyone from the various clans in order to make a new government where the justice is more centralized as opposed to clan specific. So everything's good here. Have a big clan here, or a big crew here. We have a Jura class. This is not bad. I'd like to get a bigger ship. In order to do that, we need a lot more money. We are playing as an explorer. So we have this waypoint set up. Let's go and try and do this. So off we go. And we're already being stopped. But since it's Clan Javat, which we are affiliated with, they do not care too much that we are passing through. You see, we're friendly. You see down here in the bottom our fuel range. Don't have a lot of fuel in this ship. I think I'm gonna make a stop first and fill up before we go. Another stop, but it's fine. No need to battle in this ship if we don't need to. Fill up. Check and see if we can sell these. No. It's always good to have a little bit of something to sell and make a little bit of money on our way. See, we finally failed test here. It affects something, probably morale, but we're alright right now. As you can see, there's some stuff like this here where means we're being refused doctor services because they hate us. We're going to need to make a stop first, I think, in order to check everything out. If there's anything around here. We don't really need a doctor yet, but there's no place to fix up our ship, so we can stop here first, I think. They're not very happy, so we bribe them. Get them off of us. More. Another skill failed, but that's okay. Let's go down here first. Pay people. Can't sell that there. We might want to try the other. Train up the combat medic. That's probably a good one here. I mean, we don't need it quite yet because we're going to try and avoid battles as much as possible, but probably still an important one to have. But engineer, a crew dog with the new talents. These are great to have more than one of. I will start doubling up on some of these pretty soon. But this is also a good kind of thing, so we'll take this one. The E-Tech, electronic tech. When spying, or we could do a reroll. This not bad. I don't have anyone with accessing the black market yet. We have a smuggler on board now. We might be able to. I don't think we have a contact for that yet, but so we'll go with seems to fit with her, so we'll take that. Got a lot of people that have leveled up, so we'll do a reroll one, I think. All right, Gunner. This is a good one. Reducing damage, always a good thing. Have another gunner. Signature homing would be good once we start fighting things. This also be good for boarding, but not sure we're ready for that yet, so. And this will also be a good one for when we start fighting, because I'm sure our fighting people will be better than our guns. Oh, now we got a mechanic. Reduces cost of a ship repair, always nice. Navigator. This is very nice. Reducing fuel cost. Wonderful. This is also a good one. This actually would be a good one too. For if we get attacked by something that we need to run away from. I'll take this one first though. Alright, pilot. We have to try and cover everything first before I start doubling up on stuff, I think. So we'll take that one. A second pilot. Let's take this one. It's good to have one just in case. And these three soldiers and swordsmen look to be the last here. Well, you have the sniper rifle. Backline leaders. Very nice. I like to start off with this one. If I do get into combat. I'm trying to think here which one else I want. We have a backline leader. We don't need another one. This is probably a good one. Covering fire. And the swordswoman. See what we got for level 5 ones. I'm really thinking this one here. Oh, that's a good one too. There's a lot of good swordsman ones, I think. Go with this one though. And that's everyone. Okay. Can't sell that. Alright, let's drop over here. Let's see if we can sell. It's not bad, but we can do better, I think. So we'll go the rest of the way. We got stopped. Let's get out of there. And let's get to our mission here. Let's see if we can do it. So I have 2 cards here that I can use to modify. I am going to and I'll keep I won't do the reroll, I think. Rerolled it right to that one. So it didn't go too bad. Alright, let's just try straight out. Okay, we get something. So there's some hydrocarbon crude now in the stash here that we can pick up for free and sell. I'm trying to remember if we need a permit for that though. See, the percentage to do this has gone up slightly, but not enough for my liking. Ugh, but we got a new contact. A Steel Song Merchant. So we're not doing too well with this yet. I should have actually kept it. That was kind of dumb. this isn't bad. It's 29%. Let's see if we can do it now. Pirate combat. This will be our first crew fight, so throw her in the first. Here in the back. Our combat medic. And go with the pistol, I think. Let's see. Go with the pistol. Alright, so let's look at these. They're level 2. We out-leveled them a little bit, so let's see how we can do. Let's take out their officer first, if we can. Get a buff. It's healing, we don't need that yet. Oof, that could have been bad. Oh, I thought that would have taken out the medical officer. So now she has counter on, which is nice. Try to take out the sniper if we can. There we go. We'll take out this dude. I think he's got this ferocity on. And let's hit with this. Bam. So we've done pretty good in this. Should be able just to finish this off. And there's the counter. Wonderful. So here's our stash. So it's legal, so we could pick this up before our cargo is full. All right, let's see where we are. See, now we're at 32%. And more pirate combat. Ugh, should have got rid of it. So we'll try and do the same thing we did before. Looks like a medical officer, some sort of a medic, combat medic. Oh, military officer, that's what that is. So I think we'll take out their medic first. Use the counter ability here. Actually, should probably add her heal. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to have her heal on this next turn here. That'll help. All level 2 still, so she's not fast enough for this backline, I think. I was hoping to have that be up faster. Take out the officer. Or this guy, actually. The blue bar is morale points. So I think we can break them if it gets down too far. Sniper rifle is pretty strong. I like to use that on someone who is a little more healthy. They really are trying to kill. Oh, a miss. They were really trying to kill her, so kill her up again. This should do it. Let's reroll this one. Oh, this would be bad if we have this. Oh my god, this is not gonna be good. This could be really bad. Because they are the same level as we are. Oof, that's not good at all. Oof, we are getting very lucky right now. Oh, that's not good at all. Oh, that's really bad. Gotta heal herself a bit here. Oh my god, they're trying to kill my combat medic. Oh, a miss. That's not good. Oh, did it not kill him either? Oh my goodness. This is not the best. Actually, I should try to kill the second guy. They are really giving us some bad stuff here. Buff a little bit. Heal herself a little bit. Ugh. Just all bad. This is all bad right now. He's just going pure healing right now. Oh, that's good. You see the weapon piercing here and armor deflection, so I've been kind of worried about the piercing people. Just heal her up. Oh, it's been so ugly. Okay. Debuff. Seeing if there's any morale, but let's just try and get out of this. Alright, we need to heal up here. This is bad. Pay. Her morale still kind of sucks. Is she the only talent? Yeah. It wasted so much time. Okay, we need to go to the medical people. Medicine here. So let's get out of here. They're just leaving, so we don't need to worry about that. Ugh. This is ugly. This is really ugly. Now a smuggler? What is going on here? Don't have to worry about them, luckily. So we healed up. Pay. Refuel. Repair. Can't sell, because that sucks. Another level up. The captain. Let's level up our explorer. The next set of talent rank is rank 8. So the next explorer level will open up the next set of talents to choose from. Might need to do something like that. That's another one of these. That's nice, but we're not quite ready, as you see, with the xenos. Gave us a hell of a time. Let's go with this one. Alright, let's head back. Maybe this time we can actually complete the mission. Not hopeful, but gotta try. So we got 36% chance. And there finally. So then add to our cargo. And now that we've done that, we can bring it back. Before we do that, we have to get some fuel, even though that costs a lot more than it should have. I guess I should have stopped maybe here on the way, or even here, but it's one of ours, merchant ships, so we can continue on. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is gonna be cutting it close once we make this jump. So let's stop right here, pick up some fuel. Pay our people, we have 5 levels up. Level up our engineer, open up level 5 stuff. Our engineer officer, sorry. It's always nice. This is like crew dog. That'll work. Navigator. This is a good one to take this one. Both are our pilots as well, okay. Alright, so we have most of these covered. Let's always have to have the hyperdrive one. And sure, landfall of course too. Let's check out the spying here. It's nothing too much that would be good. I'll drop this stuff off. Make a little money. We'll drop this off, so let's see. Can do Spice Run or Reputation Booster, and let's do over the Spice Plate. Oh, we're already at max one, I should have done another one. But we made some credits, always good. Still can't sell these crystals for nothing. We don't have anything to sell. Oh, just kind of fuel. Let's see if he has any other missions we might be able to do. Probably should head back to Callaghan and see if Court has any missions before heading over to the Arbiter and see there's what she has for missions as well. So alright, so we'll take this one. contact is Vingate gets over here, and also has something. He got an Exo Scout recruit, which is nice. So let's go find. It must be up here north, I'm guessing. There's one. And the other is way up here. Let's go up here and see. Okay, failed the check, but we made it. Let's do an exploration. See if we can get some intel records, that'd be great. Perfect. Let's just re-roll that. It's Pirate Combat. Oh, good thing. Okay. That's enough for now, I think. Yeah, that's ugly. It's an ugly hand. We got some stuff, though. It's always nice. Pay our people. Oh, see, this is better. B minus. I can take. I'll take this money. This is permit restricted. B plus. Let's go talk to. This is an investment in order to make more money off our missions from the Javat. So let's buy one. Let's see for trade permits. This will be good too. So let's talk to him and see how things are going. Captain, I'm glad to see you've returned. Let me apologize for my outburst. I should have known that Estelle would value her political neutrality over helping my family, even after all these years. I believe my prince that while she is hell-bent on playing the impartiality card, she is not wrong. Aten Shar holds compelling evidence against your daughter. We have seen some of it for ourselves. The Arbiter did leave a report with some details, enough to see what is coming. I can see that you're not done fighting, Prince Faen. No, far from it. Valencia's life is at stake today, but that won't be the end of it. Princess Aten's ambitions go far beyond that. This will be a trying time for the Faen bloodline. I hope that you will stick by us now. There's much work to be done. This case is far from settled. So we have a bunch of options to look around here. Let's talk to Zets. I hope you have been listening and watching, Captain. It's easy to get caught up in the surface storyline. What everyone is talking about, the distraction. What do you think everyone is missing? You can honestly say that you aren't skeptical about Aten Shar's likely story. Every single soul aboard the Highwind died? Every last record of the secret and potentially illegal research was lost? Not a stitch was recovered or backed up elsewhere? Now that you mention it. But no one is paying attention because there's a legal case and threat to Valencia's life. What do you think Aten's trying to hide? Is it too far-fetched that she bombed her own orbital to make the research disappear? It's very elaborate, but only as far-fetched as the claim that the research was completely lost in the explosion. Or perhaps the entire plan was to make Alto Bastille disappear. The chief scientist, Bastille? You think he didn't die? Everyone thinks this is hyperbole, but when you hear about the most brilliant man in a generation, not with Bastille, this is no exaggeration. What if he was spared away to a secret laboratory where he can work out of sight? You have a lot of conspiracy theories. Because I'm looking past their front and their big loud legal case. It's a distraction. If it was true, would it clear the case against Valencia? That depends entirely on what we would be able to prove. We would need hard evidence if it was to have any effect on the legal proceedings. Etan Char already has a heap of evidence. She was not shy in showing it to the Arbiter. Of course she has evidence. If this is her own plot, you don't think she's smart enough to cover her tracks? She had just enough to scare the Arbiter away. Estelle has no stomach for this. She couldn't be bothered to risk her own political aspirations at the Unionist cause. It didn't take much to run her off. You saw that. Shouldn't we take this to Callaghan? My brother has enough to worry about already. He's fighting the legal case in every way he can. He has an uphill battle to climb on it, an uphill battle on his hands. If we aren't able to prove Char's guilt, then Valencia's fate will be determined by his work. We don't need to burn him with this. So you're asking us to do this on the sly? Yes, I am, Captain. This mission is between us and us alone. Are you planning to keep Valencia in the dark as well? Why get their hopes up? So what do you suppose we do about it? We need to find proof. I can't rely on the family's intelligence corps for this. This is where you come in, Captain. I need you to revisit the world where the High Wind went down. A little clandestine spying? We might pick up a lead on whatever our Char is trying to hide. I will pay from my own treasury for your work. So she's added an offer for a story mission for us, if we want to try and prove her conspiracy theory. So this is the conspiracy. We would be paying a little bit of money to go. To be doing some spying. We have 2 years to do this, but wonder what else. Has evidence here. Pick up this evidence and take it to the courts. So I can probably do both of these at once. This would be good. So I will accept both of these. Let's talk with Valencia, I think. The tour with Brockstrom and Valencia did not turn out as planned. It's nothing new, Captain. This entire affair has been sinking in the bio-waste pit from the beginning. We had hoped our tour with the Arbiter might fish it out. No such luck. I only wish I had smelled the stinks earlier. What were you doing at the High Wind? For years, our family has been trying to reach an agreement with Etan Char over a technology exchange. Our Javad scientist had developed a prototype of a high-efficiency hyperwarp engine. The meeting at the High Wind would have given the Faen family the first look at exactly what research they had to trade. Did you bomb the High Wind military installation? I am glad we can be frank with each other. I give my word that I am not responsible for the bombing. However, I could believe that a trader aboard my ship, the Medusa, snuck multiple explosives onto the orbital station. If that ends up being the case, I had no knowledge of it at the time. And yet, I may suffer the retribution for it. You had no knowledge of what technology the Highwind scientists were researching all along? Every faction family and cohort jealously guards their research and secrets. Technology is constantly in motion, Captain, and it is the greatest economic or military advantage one can gain. So it was well concealed, whatever it was. Perhaps others knew, perhaps Callaghan knew. I did not and still do not know what they had planned to reveal. The most I knew was the identity of their chief scientist, Aldo Bastille. Evidently, he and the other scientists involved in the project lived on the Highwind year-round. As a security measure, I'm sure. For their own protection, but also to safeguard the research. Ethan Shard claimed that Aldo Bastille was the primary target of the bombing. Absurd. The entire Highwind was destroyed, along with the years of research it must have contained. No one man is that brilliant. You suspect a traitor among your crew. It is far past suspicion at this point. I have reason to believe there's another hand pulling strings in this mess. Speak clearly, Valencia. After the bombing, my crew started to jump ship at every turn. It was not a surprise. They all knew returning with me would mean prison bars and tough questions. Prison bars? Every crew member who stuck with me has been detained and interrogated since my return. My father's intelligence corps is looking for a culprit. By all accounts, someone aboard your ship is responsible for the bombing, so they are all suspects. Except that the guilty crew would have jumped ship long before our return. Callaghan has people looking for them, but his hands are tied. He has to play by the rules, else risk the case going up in flames. We couldn't track that many people down, even if we tried. I am thinking of one man of particular interest. His name is Kelbe Demore. Why him? I've known for some time that he is a Huna agent. The independent revolutionaries? The one and only. Some would flat out call them terrorists. Why did you tolerate Kelbe if you thought he was Huna? I only had suspicions at first. Then once I was sure, I wanted to keep my enemy close. It was better to know the Huna in the mix than to distrust everyone. But I did not know his intentions or what they had planned. Why would the Huna want to destroy the Highwinds? Like so many others, the Huna hide behind Shalun law. They claim that the syndicates and great houses have abandoned Shalun and his laws. They claim we have twisted the laws to our own ends. I've heard the Huna are a thorn in the side of all powerful families. Faen forces, myself included, have clashed with the freedom fighters in Huna sleeper cells more than a few times. They are not to be trifled with. They're tough fighters and they live by principles. I respect them for that. So perhaps the Highwind is an attempt to gain revenge on the entire Faen clan. Or they were trying to harm Princess Atinchar for another reason completely. Tell us about the Huna. Independents have always scratched out a living on the fringes of faction space. They choose to live on the unclaimed planets, the real backwater, in order to be free of faction law, or in many cases to hide from faction law. We've sat down on indie systems. That kind of freedom can only be found on the worst systems. They chose freedom, but it has left them vulnerable. They got shoved around when the factions started jostling. The Huna Collective has risen out of their resentment. They claim that greed and power of the factions are destroying the free people. And they channel that anger into violence. They're known for murder, sabotage, and intimidation tactics. But they are fighting for a cause they believe in. Bombing and orbital installation might just be in their bag of tricks. So a decision here, do we want to not get involved or have her tell us about this mission and potentially take it on? If we take on this mission, I'm not sure that we can get out there to Estelle in time. but I do know a little bit about what she wants to do. I'm just not sure if you would have the time to be able to do that. As much as I would want her to be successful. Alright, I think we'll take it. Tell us everything. We will find your man. I have 2 leads leading to Kelbe, one better than the other. First, I know the world where he split from my crew. You might be able to pick up his trail there in the spice hall. Also, he used to work for a smuggler I know, Amate Zir. She might be able to point you in the right direction. I know the Huna were behind the bombing. If we had proof of that, perhaps my name could be cleared. Getting Kelbe into your custody would be a first step. I will pay you handsomely to help prove my innocence. So we have another story mission we can possibly accept. Let's look at it. That's the Katrina belt. Or we can talk to Zir and see. Alright, so you pay us a ton of money, so let's do it. Okay, now we got a ton of missions. So now we have 2 ranks of permits. So now we can buy some of the stuff. Doesn't mean we'd be able to sell it, obviously. But it's fine. Alright. Alright, so first things first. We need to go to Mananar Gate. And Levitonia. So let's see how far this is away. That's 33. Okay, so before we go there, let's go here. And then try and catch it on the way. Oh, we have some crew level up. Should take care of. Ugh. Costs a lot more money than it should have. That's fine. Take a look if we can spy maybe and pick something up. Nice. It's always good. Oh, we have a couple of contacts here. Or a couple missions here. There's more carbonite crystals here we could buy for cheap. Looking for something more expensive to buy, I think. So we can try a couple different ways to see this smuggler. We could do a private entry, or we could try and do stealth to get in, which probably not going to happen. So let's just do the... Oh, we have a talent though. Alright, let's try it. It doesn't feel good that Amate knows we are coming. Someone spooked her badly enough that she just made a run for it. Luckily, Val confirmed that all her smuggling operations are through this system. So she can't have gone far. Let's post a blockade in the system's orbit and wait until we spot her ship. So we passed our check. We're gonna have to do some blockading, I think. For some reason, my headset went down. Alright, so let's see here. So we will have to blockade in order to get her. We'll need to do some doctor stuff after I get this up a little, get her up a little bit further. And this is interesting, the bio threat. This is also nice here. Remove all debuff and restores HP and morale. She also has this bio poison slug that's for attacking if I want to do that. But let's take this talent. Alright, quartermaster and merchant. I do need to up her quartermastery too, but I'll start here with the merchants. We haven't done this yet. I don't think our cargo hold is big enough for us. This is nice though. I should probably do that one. Although this probably be more helpful. Crew dog here. Let's reroll. Since we're going to be doing some blockading, we might as well have that roll. Okay. Let's go over to this one. Plants and frozen food here. So we can pick up the data cube here. Let's do the dessert pump. Get some additional reputation. We hurt Atenchar. Another level up. Let's upgrade quartermastery here. Alright, let's see what happens with the blockade here. Extra time and fuel. It's not awful, but Doesn't make me happy. Jesus. Okay, now I gotta land. I can't remember which one was the one that had the better fuel. Ugh, this is like leave it to hostile bounty hunters. And that didn't help me. Ugh, nearly died in an accident. So we have to heal her. Having some really bad luck with these rolls here. And there we go. About Desir, you've made yourself one hard woman to track down. Captain, you've been quite dogged in your pursuit. Who warned you that we were coming? I received an anonymous message saying you'd be looking for me and that you didn't mean me well. Anonymous? Don't lie to me, Zir. It's no lie. Someone tipped me off. But now you've got me. I hope we can end this peaceably. I know that Valencia would want no harm done to me. How do you know Valencia sent us? That anonymous message. It also mentioned you'd be looking for Kelbe Demore. By the flag, who would have had that knowledge? Someone very close to Valencia? Well then, Amate, help us find Kelbe. Help us find Kelbe, and this can end without further trouble for either of us. And we won't report you to the authorities for working with the Huna. You wouldn't. We would. I see. One of my smugglers gave him a ride recently. He was headed out to the quiet stretch of wilderness world. To a quiet stretch of a wilderness world to keep his head down for a while. I can only imagine it has to do with the time he put in on Valencia's ship. I can imagine it had to do with his part in the bombing of the High Wind. Oh no. Kelbe had nothing to do with that, and neither did the Huna. We'll be the judge of that when we get a chance to speak to Kelbe. You're chasing the wrong thread, Captain. Thank you for the intel. That is for us to decide. So now she's a contact. Never a bad idea to have a contact among her people. Alright, so this will do it for this edition. I hope you enjoyed the continuing story in Star Traders as the political parts are starting to heat up a little bit. I know I'm enjoying seeing a little bit of some newer stuff that I didn't get a chance to do on my other run, but you know, it's been interesting. So thank you everyone for joining me, and I hope to see you next time.